Here we are again. It's Sunday, the start of yet another week. And it feels like there is no end in sight. The waiting for this quarantine to be over and free at last. I don't know about you, but I am getting a little tired of all this, and I'm feeling really impatient right now. I don't want to go to the grocery store anymore because it's such a hassle. I hate wearing the mask. I feel like I can't breathe. Then I'm going crazy, analyzing everything I touch while I'm there. Juggling germs, masks, and all the people while trying to find my substitute items for my recipes because the store is out of everything. It is so frustrating. I'm tired of waiting for this to be over. I'm also tired of waiting to hear if my daughter will be going back to college in the fall. I'm tired of trying to stay positive about waiting. Many people right now are patiently waiting to see if they're going to have a job in a month or so, or waiting on a check to come, or a loan to be approved, or a diagnosis. We are all waiting for something. We are all trying to practice some patience with ourselves as we are all trying to stay positive, waiting. It's hard to be patient. I can be a terribly impatient person, so I can really speak to this. Today, as I was losing my dang mind and patience at the store, I could hear my mom say to me, "Barbie, patience is a virtue." So when I got home, I decided to do a little research on patience and virtue. Patience, according to dictionary.com, is the quality of being patient, to be able to withstand annoyance, misfortune, or pain without complaint, without loss of temper, irritation, or the like. Also, the ability or willingness to ease restlessness or annoyance when confronted with delay. Nice to know, I thought. And then I looked up virtue. According to Aristotle, virtue is thought to be a good character trait. Aristotle thought virtue was crucial for a well-lived life. He thought virtue was skill at living. And then I went again back to dictionary.com, and the first definition for virtue is moral excellence, goodness, righteousness. When I combine the definition of patience and virtue, and then Aristotle's thoughts on virtue, the act of not being irritated or annoyed by waiting on something can lead me to a well-lived life. Sign me up. How do I get that? Practicing patience. This is one thing my mom didn't leave me any tips on, how to practice patience. As I see it in practicing waiting patiently, I think it can be one of the best opportunities for living in the present. Many blessings come from waiting and practicing patience. When we realize this, rather than seeing it as suffering, it is actually an opportunity to feel peaceful, quiet, and calm. When we accept this suffering and the what is, we realize we are not ultimately in control, and we have to accept what is in the moment. Waiting can actually be one of the best times to practice being in the present moment. While we are waiting, rather than think of things that you lack or what you don't have right now, think of all that you do have. What we think and say is very powerful. So how about thinking on this? I'd say you'll do best by filling your minds with meditating on things true, noble, reputable, authentic, compelling, gracious. The best, not the worst. The beautiful, not the ugly. Things to praise, not to curse. Allow yourself to do this for you so you aren't stuck in the negative concept of suffering. Let's try to fill our heads with the things that bring abundance and goodness to our lives. I'm with Aristotle. I want to live a well-lived life. As I was writing today, I overheard one of my daughter's professors say to her class online, "Be kind and gentle to yourself," she said, in the sweetest, calmest voice. And I thought, how lovely. So with that, my tip for living in the present and getting through another week of waiting in isolation for something better to happen is to enjoy right now all the detail and beauty around you. When are we ever going to have this much time to sit and think and plan and enjoy with very little to do? Let's all fill our minds with virtues that are honorable and make us feel peaceful and abundant as we wait again patiently for another week to start. That's it for Sunday Night Blues. Be gentle and kind to yourself as you patiently wait. Never stop starting. See you on Wednesday for the third spiritual practice where I talk about inspiration. Have a good night.